Hello, welcome to Chapter 5, Section 4. We're talking about the slope formula. And in this video, we're going to use the slope formula to find the slope of linear functions that are either going to be from graphs or, on the next page, tables. We'll get to that. All right, remember what the slope formula is. The slope formula is m, which is the name for slope. We use the letter m for slope, equals, it's a fraction, the difference of the y's divided by the difference of the x's. So we say take the y where you ended up at y2 and subtract where you started, the y value. Take the x where you ended up and subtract the x where you started. Okay. Now we talk about like, well, where do you start and where do you end up? Remember that we always go left to right as we go left to right. I was actually just helping out someone with their pre-calculus homework. I know that's a few classes from now. And in one of the section that we were helping with, the author makes an emphasis of going from left to right when you're studying different types of functions. So that's an important idea, right? Ooh, it's a weird thing happened with the printing. Okay, this is because I stole it from the PDF. All right. This point right here is -2, -1, and this point right here is 2, 2. I know that didn't come out. I don't know why. I'll do that one and the other ones when we get to it. All right, so this is the point that's on the left. So my first point is -2, -1. This is the point that's on the right. That's 2, 2. So just like the previous video, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. And my slope is going to be 2 subtract -1 divided by 2 subtract -2. Subtracting means adding the opposites, so this becomes 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 2. And that's going to equal 3/4. Now the cool part is that we've got the picture, so we can actually connect this with how we learned about slope in the last week's stuff. So if I start here, I'm going to go up, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to go to the right. How far up did I go? I went 3 spaces up, so my change in y is 3. How far to the right do I go? I went 4 spaces to the right. So my change in x is 4, 3 over 4. So I can use the picture to check that I'm using the formula correctly. All right, for the second problem, I got to draw this one in. This is going to be 4, 4. I can tell because it's 4, 4, all right? And I don't know where they're getting this from, because this is not 4, 3. It's actually 8, 6. There must have been a formatting issue when I did a screenshot from the book. That's weird. Okay, so again, we're going from left to right. So I'm going to start at 4, 4, and I'm going to end up at 8, 6. That's my first x, that's my first y, that's my second x, and that's my second y. My slope is going to be 6 subtract 4 divided by 8 subtract 4. And that's going to be 2 over 4, which reduces to 1/2. And again, if I draw my slope triangle in here, this is plus 2, and this is plus 4. Plus 4. All right, cool. So again, I got to put these coordinates in here. This is -2, 4, and this is 0, -2. It's weird that only those things didn't come out. I didn't even notice that when I printed it, but hey, live and learn. So again, I'm going to go from left to right. Even though I'm going way far down, I'm still thinking of it in terms of left and right. So where I started was -2, 4, and where I ended up was at 0, -2. This is my first x, this is my first y, second x, second y. So my slope is going to be -2 subtract 4 divided by 0 subtract -2. -2 subtract 4 is -6. 0 subtract -2 is 0 plus 2, which is 2. And my slope is going to be -3 over 1, but if you just want to say -3, that's okay too. And again, this time I'm going down and to the right. And that shows the slope triangle. Okay, so that's how I do it with the graph. And don't make it hard. You can check by counting. Also, you're just using the 2 points that you were given in the slope formula. Now, this is way easier. However, for some reason, some students kind of stress out about this, okay? So we need 2 points for the slope formula. Well, in all these tables, you've been given 4 points. So it doesn't matter. You can pick any of them, all right? So for example, I'm going to pick 2, 0 and 2, 1. Maybe I'm going to come back to that one. Hold on, I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to do this one real quick, all right? I promise I'll come back to that one, all right? Sorry. There was something about it that I just now noticed. I'll come back to it. So let's skip to this one. I'm going to pick 0, 1 and 2, 5. So my slope formula. This is my x1, y1, x2, y2. It's going to be 5 subtract 1 over 2 subtract 0. And that is going to be 4 over 2, which is equal to 2. So my slope of this one is 2, but check this out. You've already done this. To go from 1 to 5, that's up 4. 5 subtract 1 is 4. 2 subtract 0 is 2. That's the 4 over 2 that I have right here. Now, if I picked any other pair of points, if I went this way, 11 subtract 5 is 6. Wait a minute. Hold on, we're not done. 5 subtract 2 is 3. 6 over 3 also equals 2, which is the same. And if I did this, 13 take away 11 is 2, and 6 subtract 5 is 4. 2 over 1 still equals 2. And you can even go from like this one to that one. That'd be 12 over 6, which equals 2. Or you can go from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to, it doesn't matter. So all you need to do is pick one pair of points. And they're going to tell you that you don't have to determine if these are linear. You're already told that they're linear. Okay? I'm going to do this one. I'm going to come back to that one, right? So again, I'll pick any points. I'm going to pick these two just to be different, okay? I'm going to pick 0, 0. 0, 0 is nice. And 4, -6. So this is my first x, this is my first y, this is my second x, and this is my second y. My slope is y2, -6, subtract y1, 0, over x2, which is 4, subtract x1, which is 0. See why I picked 0, 0? Because it makes it easy. This is -6 over 4, which equals -3/2. And you can stop right there. You don't have to change it to anything else. Just leave it as -3/2. And if I look at this, 0 subtract 3 is -3. 0 subtract -2 is +2. Keep going this way, it's -3. Keep going this way, it's 2. Again, -3, 2. So my change in y over change in x is going to be -3 over 2. All right, now you're probably wondering why I skipped the first one. That's because I wasn't paying attention when I printed it. I should have moved it to the end, but it's okay. Let's look at, I picked 2, 0 and 2, 1. Let's see what happens. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So my slope is going to be 1 subtract 0, that's easy, over 2 subtract 2. I'm going to get 1 over 0. Hit the brakes. Whenever you see 0 in the denominator, right here, this is undefined. It's not 0. So this right here, all of these have the same x value. That means this is not a function. So it's not even a function. It can't be a linear function. So slope doesn't really apply to it. So when I try to find the slope, I end up with something that's undefined, which means it makes no sense. Okay? All right, we'll see you in the next video.